Okay. So the next method is access modifier, static, data type, method name, parenthesis. So data type P1. I'm giving a parameter. Curly bracket, logic. So return value. So the same I'm going to write a program to convert Celsius to temperature to Fahrenheit temperature. So you have to give input right here. If you give input, that related output, you will get it with a Fahrenheit. That's what the logic we need to develop. So it's all mathematics and simple mathematics. So if you don't know, don't worry. Just go and Google it. So how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So it will give a formula. You don't need to worry about that. I don't know how can I do this. So don't worry. So we have a, so let me go to Google. It will give properly. So you'll get a formula. See, this is the formula. All right, just go here. You'll get a simple Celsius to Fahrenheit. So this is the simple formula we can use. See that we have a Celsius to 1 multiply by 1.8 plus 32. So that is equal to Fahrenheit. So this is all 25 degrees is equal is 77 degrees. 30 is 86. 33 is 91. 35 is 95. So like this, you can get all the, so formula. This formula we can apply. Same formula we can, that's going to use this. Because you are giving an input, right? So I'll use a protected because I use a private, public, default. Now last one is protected. See, I'm using all access modifiers and data types, variable declarations, local and static variables I declared, and different type of static methods I'm creating. So any questions, let me know. So what type of data you want output? I want a float. Okay. Float type of this. So convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. Celsius to Fahrenheit. So I'll give float F, float CT, okay? Float Celsius degrees temperature, okay? So return, I'll do that return. First, I'll print the Celsius degrees temperature, okay? Celsius temperature is CT. So whatever the input you are giving for this method, that I'm printing. Now I'll write the logic. So what is my logic? So this is the one. I can just do float. Maybe I can do Fahrenheit like this. And in place of C, you can just use CT. That's it. So CT multiplied by 1.8 plus 32 semicolon. But why it is giving an error? We add cast to, because this is giving a double, but you are assigning to float. That's why. So just remember so giving the value after return keyword. The return keyword is going to be a last statement before closing the end curly bracket. So this is a logic and the output that I am returning here. See this variable data type and this return type is same. Always. It should be same. You cannot return this is the one type of data and here you are given different data. It doesn't work out. It will throw error. That's all about methods, different methods creation. Any questions?
No.
Yeah. So this is the, see, I have to give input here. For every, right? Every Celsius degree temperature, Fahrenheit is different. You need to get that Fahrenheit. How you can do? Yeah, provide the input first. That input you use in the logic. That will give you the output to you. That output you return. This you can use anywhere, wherever you want this output. That's what the return type methods. Return type methods is a very, very useful. And in the web pages, you have a lot of output you need to return. Maybe you will get a string type data you need to return, but sometimes string also you need to convert. You need to convert into different format. So that all depends on the requirements. Okay, so let's go on quickly. Okay, I have a static methods, static variables. So in my current class, okay? In my current class, I have them, right? How can I? So execute. So how can you execute? How can you call them under main method? If you don't call them under main method, you created so many methods, fine. But if you don't call them under main method, and no logic will be executed. So that's why let's call one by one first. This private method, and you see here I have given all the formulas. If you go here, see this. First scenario, how to call static members in the same class. By heart these formulas. By heart it. Then your life is going to be so easy in the automation. Not only in Java, entire automation, these are the formulas you will use. Not only here, entire automation, even Selenium, you will use these formulas only. Sir, how is it possible? There everything methods only. Highest used concept in the automation is methods concept.
Method concept, and we will get confused everyone here on how to write a method and how to call it. Everyone knows the logic, somewhere they will get it. We will get confusion why we are using non-static, why are using static, how they are calling it. Only this
Exactly.
logic only. It is a big confusion for everyone.
Right. So
Mm.
even recent in Red Bus, what happened is he has given a no program. So our guy, why he has written using main method. Then he simply rejected for the silly reasons. So that he is saying you don't know how to create a modularity. You don't know how to create the methods. For that reason, his logic is good. For that reason, they rejected him. See how simple that is. That means they are thinking you don't know how to create the methods. That's why methods creation is a very, very crucial. Because you have to create a lot of methods in the automation code. And then you have to call them. Creation is one part. Calling them is another part. That's why highest used topic is methods topic.
Correct, Ramesh. Even we don't know sometimes like which method to create. We used to put public static, public static, so that by default can
No,
use.
that's okay. No, the thing is the method I told you, right? The keyword you
Yeah.
need to understand, static keyword. I
Yeah.
told you static keyword.
Mm.
When to use static keyword if it is a common to many. So this method is you are using so many places. Make
Yeah.
it static. Make it as a static. You don't need to create a every time object, right? For that method.
Yes.
So that means it will allocate memory once. If you make it as a static, then you are saving the memory. Now, if it is a unique queue, every instance it is unique queue, then you have to create a instance method. Common thing, you have to make it as a static. That we should be, aware of that. So now let's call this one by one. See this. How can you call static void method under main method or any other method in the same class? Same class. One static void method, how can you call? What is the answer? Just method name, static method name, and parenthesis semicolon. That's it. So question and scenario name and answer also I have given. You need to by heart this. That's it. There is no other option. If you don't want by heart, practice more number of times. Write that formula and practice. Every time you practice. See this? And read. More number of times you read. That is the only way. Practice more way. It will help you. Okay. Now, what is our static method here? Void method. So only division method without parameters with void. So what is the formula? Only method name you have to call. That's it. This is also static. This is also static. Both are same category. So you won't get any problem. And I'm just following this formula. That's it. Blindly follow this formula. If this method is this same type, you just follow this formula. So now see, it will execute. Now what will happen? You are calling this line. This line will call the main method. Main method will be starting executing this method one by one line. It will go to this method inside. From line by line, it will execute all the lines of code. When it see this end curly bracket, that means this method is ending. That's the meaning of that. Then, okay, after this division, no other line of code to execute. Then it's also the main method ending. So that is also end of that main method. Then this, nothing is there, then class ending. Then your program will end execution. So this is how it will execute. So how can we execute from terminal? Because here you are directly right-clicking and run as. But how can you execute from terminal? Is there a possibility? You got a 7, you got a 8.9, 8.5, something. But there is a terminal option. You can execute from terminal also. So I can execute from terminal. Okay, basically a command prompt, okay? Basically command prompt. Where it's not showing. I need to open the project in the show in local terminal. Okay. See, it will show. See, complete, it will show. You right click on the project, show in local terminal, and it will show here. So our program is here. You have to go till here. So you are in the project, you have to go to, otherwise, you just right click here. One more way, let me show you. Right click on the class, show in local terminal. Entire path you will get automatically here. See, you got entire path. You don't need again CD to this folder and CD to this folder. Now, first, so in the Java program, what is the first step? What is the first step in the Java program execution?
Compiling Java C space
Compiling. So first you have to compile the program. How to compile? What is the compiler name?
Java C.
Java C. Very good. Java C. And you give the just class name. And file name, basically file name you have to give. Say it compiled. Now, if you go to this project location, you can see Instead of .java, you can see one more file that I told you. What is that file? What is
Class.
that file?
Class file. I mean,
Dot class
dot
file
class.
will
Yeah.
dot class file will generate here. See, dot class file just now generated 6.627 because I compiled it. I compiled it. That's why it generated. Now how to run? Compilation is done. How to run?
Java
Space file name. I mean,
Java, just
file.
class name. Just class name. Just class name is enough. 1 minute. Sir. Hello? Yeah. Can you call me because no, I'm in meeting. You are calling always, and I'm in meetings. I'm outside. Can you give me another 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes? I'm in meeting. My meeting will be closed in 10 minutes. I'll call you back. Okay, fine. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So you have to use no class def found error. So it is saying maybe let's use dot Java. See, dot Java you have to use, and so it is generated the output. This is how to run in command prompt or in the terminal. So we should know this also. Okay, this is very important. That's why I'm giving how to run in the terminal, how to run from the this directly from the IDE. IDE, it is easy, directly run as Java application. You will get the output in the console, right? Even in the terminal also, you will get the same. First compile with the Java-C and just without .java also it will compile. Then you have to give a run. Second step is run with the Java and you give the file name. So it will run. So you will get the output because only one method we called, that method will be shown. So any doubts here? This formula is one, and how to run in the terminal also I have shown. Now, next formula. What is the next formula? How can you call static void parameterized method under main method in the same class? What is the formula? Answer, static method name, parameter 1 value, and parameter 2 value you have to give. So for our parameterized method, how many parameters are there? You have to give that many parameter values. So see static method with the void with the parameters. What is the method we have? This one, right? So I'm going to call this one. See, method name, static method name. But I have to give parameter 1 value. Again, I should not write a data type. What is the A value? You give A value of type integer. B value of type integer. Any two integers if you give. Now A value will go to 25. B value has a 40. Now after swapping, 25 will go to B, 40 will come to A. Let's see whether it is coming or not. Sorry. Oh, CLS, I think. Okay. So here CLS, the command Windows, right? That's why CLS. You have to use a CLS command. Now, first, let's compile Java-C static Java-C static just give the class name and copy it. So it's see that there is error are only accepted in So it is giving a line number also. You can see that any errors, no. So you have to give .java format only. Otherwise it won't compile. Then with the Java, paste it. .java, right? We have to give that. See now the swapping. Before swapping, A value 25, B value 40. After swapping, A value become 40, B value is 25. That's it. See, it is our logic is working, right? It's swapped. So like that, you can give different, for example, this method you want to call n number of times, you can call n number of times. See, I want to give 45. I want to give 80. See, this is I'm giving a different data. Same method. Your logic is not changing. Logic is same. Just a method name you are calling, but your data is changed here. You can call the same method n number of times. Okay, let's go. Yeah, any questions? Yes. So that's the how to so call second type of method. Next, now return type methods is coming. It's a very, very important, this one. See this. How can you call return type static method under main method in the same class or anywhere? Anywhere return type, how can you call? Already shown you the formula in the math class. Same formula here. Data type of the method. What type of data this method is returning, and variable name equal to return type static method. So that is the one I'm doing. I'm just storing in a variable. You can print also directly, but I am just storing in the some variable. See, what is a method I want to call return type method? So I want to call this get random data. So this method return type is a double. So I'll call double. So I just follow the answer. So the answer is this one. Okay. The answer is this one. Data type of the method is double. R data equal to. So return type method get random. So just two letters I written control space bar. My method is listing out there. My method is listing out there. See, this method is giving output. That output I am storing in this variable, local variable. This variable data type is a double. Why I have written double? How do I know this? I have to return double here only. Because this method data type is a double. This method is returning a double type of data. Based on that, I have written here. And print if you want a random data. So random double data from 0 to 1 is every time you see you will get a random data or data. So this variable I'm just calling here, just no. So appending, this is a string. I'm appending with a plus with this variable data. So just execute. See that 0.26. Execute again. 0.252. Execute again. Every time you will get a new data. See 0.937. This is the double data rate between 0 and 1. So that is how to execute a return type method. How to call the return type method. So next formula, how to call return type method in the print statement. So what is the difference between this one and this one? Suppose you don't want to store in a variable. You want to print in directly in the console. The method output you want to print directly in the print statement in the console. Then use this formula. Or no, you want to store in a variable and this you want to use in the latter. Then store in the variable. So then use this formula. So you just want to print a method output, just use this formula. Clear? When to use the, so storing in a variable formula, and when to use printing in the print statement.
So in printing in the print statement, so we will be giving random values in the console, right? Just like
No random
previous.
values, right? You can call the method name. Here you are printing this variable
Okay,
data
okay.
here, but method itself you can call in the print statement.
Okay.
Here I am
Fine.
not calling the method in the print statement, right? Here I can
You
call
are
also in the print statement. For init, for example,
oh,
for init temperature is, see, follow this formula, okay? The readable statement plus what is the, I need to write a return type static method. So what is the return type static method here? This one, right? So that's a parameterized method. I'll give the parameter. I have to give the input. So 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So what is the 25 degrees Fahrenheit equal one? 77. We should get a 77, right? Let's see whether it is correct or not. Say you got a 77. Perfect, right? See, directly method I called in the print statement. I didn't store in a variable. Either you can store in a variable or you can print directly in the print statement. This method is giving an output that I'm just printing in the print statement. Can I call the void method in the print statement?
Not written any value.
You should not call void method in the print statement because that doesn't return a value, right? Only return type methods you can call in the print statement. Please remember those points. The last one I want to cover here is how can you call static variable? How can you call static variable in so main method?
With the class or the static block name. Name
Directly static variable
Mm.
name.
mm,
Static variable you can use in the static methods directly, or even non-static methods also directly. Just a variable name, that's it. In the same file directly you can call. See, here we call directly, right? You forget. See, here we call directly, right?
I don't see it directly in your contact.
so when we use in another class, then we call it by class name, not variable name, right?
Sorry?
I mean, if I want to use this static variable in another class, then I'll be referring it by using the class name dot
Class.
variable name, right?
That is, yeah, it's the class name. I will cover that, okay? I will cover. First, concentrate on the same class, okay? Concentrate on the same class.
Okay.
Are you clear on the same class how to call?
Yeah, Ramesh.
Yeah, so this is the one. Let me show you. So double output equal to, see, I'm going to call C plus I plus F plus L.
సార్ చెప్పండి సార్
Directly
జావా
I'm
క్లాస్
calling.
లో వింటా ఉంటే మా ఫ్రెండ్
Directly, so I'm calling all the static variables. Okay.
ఎంత ఎక్స్పర్ట్ అయిన ఇంటర్వ్యూలో మీకు తెలుసు కదా సార్ బ్లడ్ తెప్పిస్తారు
Put.
కొంచెం ప్రిపేర్ అవుతా ఉంటే మైండ్ కాన్స్టెంట్.
Okay. So just call directly static variables. That's the static variables you can call directly. So that no output I'm storing in a variable, I'm printing that. These are all local variable, but these are all static variables. So static variables, see, I'm calling directly. Because you called already any static variable, you can call in the static methods directly, even non-static method also directly. That's it. So please go through this and practice all these programs you write. And you have so many programs here to practice. If you see below, you have plenty of methods I have provided here for your practice purpose. So here you have, oh, I think it didn't save. Okay. Okay, fine, no problem. But at least write these programs only, at least, okay? I'll and practice. So the methods, how to call them, okay? Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Any questions?